Fandango has released 4 official images from Scoob, the upcoming Scooby-Doo CG animated film from the Warner Bros. Animation group, giving us our first look at Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang in 3D animation. The images give us a very simple look at the characters, in a majority of which I'm assuming are stills from the upcoming trailer for the film, which Fandango promises is coming this Monday. I gotta say, I'm actually really liking the look of the animation from this. It's got a really fantastic cartoony style, but has this really nice level of realism to it as well. If I had to compare it to anything, I'd say it looks very similar to something produced by Pixar, perhaps The Incredibles. Judging by these pictures, I think I'm sold on the animation style of this, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in motion when we get that trailer. I'm liking the looks of all the characters, which retain their iconic, familiar designs, and I really like how their faces especially translate into CG animation. I'm glad they haven't gone with horrible stylized designs here, and are keeping it fairly traditional, so that again, they're all really recognizable versions of the characters. We don't want another Sonic the Hedgehog situation on our hands here. I can't really tell just by looking at these images though how modern the film's setting will be. According to a small synopsis put out by Warner Bros. At this year's Annecy Festival, Scooby-Doo is the hero of his own story in Scoob, the first full-length theatrical animated Scooby-Doo adventure, which reveals how he and his best friend Shaggy became 2 of the world's most beloved crime busters. The story takes us back to where it all began, when a young Scooby and Shaggy first meet and team up with Daphne, Velma and Fred to launch Mystery Incorporated. So we're kind of looking at a prequel origin story kind of thing here, which might be a little bit of a parody of the superhero genre, which certainly aligns with this released or perhaps leaked poster from a couple of weeks back featuring a young Scooby-Doo and the tagline, "His epic tale begins." I'm really interested to see how this film shapes up. These images also follow one of Scooby-Doo that was released through Variety earlier in the year when Warner Bros. Announced this title for production. The film will star the voices of Zac Efron as Fred, Amanda Seyfried as Daphne, Gina Rodrigues as Velma, and Will Forte as Shaggy, opting for celebrity voices over the mainstay cast from the television series. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It'll be especially sad to hear Shaggy voiced by anyone other than Matthew Lillard at this point. And I really don't know why they've done this, because these characters are so iconic. People have built their own sort of connections with these characters and their voice actors. It doesn't really need star power behind these characters. I think this is the kind of movie that really deserves celebrity voice actors as supporting cast. But that said, look, I'm going to leave all reservations until we see a trailer next week. This all said, Frank Welker will reprise his role as Scooby-Doo, thankfully. The film will additionally star Mark Wahlberg, Jason Isaacs, McKenna Grace, Ken Jeong, and Tracy Morgan, among others, as various Hanna-Barbera characters, as the film is set to kickstart Warner's potential Hanna-Barbera animated cinematic universe. This is something that I'm actually really looking forward to, as long as they do it correctly. And at that, I'm going to throw this over to you guys out there. I want to know, how are you feeling about Scoob so far? Are you looking forward to it? Have you got a little bit of trepidation going into it? How do you feel about the animation style and how the characters look in CG animation, keeping in mind we haven't really seen anything properly until we see the trailer next week? What are your preliminary thoughts? Find away in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget, if you are a big Scooby-Doo fan like myself, you might want to check out my Cartoon Evolution episode, which focuses on Scooby and the gang and their history over the last 50 years. I'll be leaving that one linked at the end of the video. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.